Minority Leader Afenyo-Markin has formally petitioned the Inspector General of Police to investigate an incident between himself and a uniformed police officer during Monday's Save the Judiciary demonstration. This is after the police had formally requested the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, to release Mr. Afenyo-Markin to assist in investigations following the allegations that he assaulted the officer. We'll share a statement from Mr. Afenyo-Markin and the police shortly, but first a recap of the demonstration by Michael Ashali.
It's a bit chaotic.
The atmosphere is charged outside the Supreme Court complex as protesters led by the MPP and allied political parties demand an immediate halt to the process of removing Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo. The protesters submitted petitions to the Judiciary, Parliament and the Presidency, warning of more actions if their demands are not met. This protest follows a determination that 3 separate petitions submitted to the Presidency establish a prima facie case for the Chief Justice removal. But the MPP is pushing back hard.
We cannot allow John Mahama to politicize our democracy. And they should know that whoever is elected as the president will go with their CJ. And whoever is elected, they will come with their CJ and go with their CJ.
After minutes of chaos and a struggle to squeeze through the single entrance, the protesters made their first stop at the Judiciary, where they submitted their petition. Minority Leader Afenyo-Markin urged the Judiciary to consider a nationwide sit-down strike.
Let your conscience prick you so that you would also be the next to protest and do a sit-down strike, because it has happened before when Georgina Wood came under attack. Jusak rose to her defense, and that stopped that amongst government.
The protest then moved to Parliament, where the group was received by the Clerk of Parliament.
It is tyranny cloaked in the robes of democracy. His every gesture speaks to a sinister agenda to break the constitution and amend it and prolong his grip on power, abetted by a judiciary he is desperate to capture. In other words, the president is looking forward to using the judiciary for a third term.
Finally, the protesters made their way to the Jubilee House, facing resistance in accessing the inner perimeter. Afenyo-Markin expressed hope that the presidency will give their petition the serious attention it deserves.
We believe that what is happening is not good for us. This issue of you do me, I do you. There must be an end to retaliatory politics. We hope that it shall receive the needed support for the Chief Justice to go back to her office and do her work.
But these remarks drew a sharp response from Deputy Chief of Staff Stan Dogbe.
That in itself is a very strong message about the democracy that President Mahama wants to instill in our dear country. If it were the case like this over the past 8 years, I'm sure that the retaliatory politics that you talk about wouldn't have been the case. You referencing retaliatory politics is an admission.
Well, the police has released a statement urging the Speaker of Parliament to, in actual fact, release Mr. Afenyo-Markin for the investigations to continue. And the police says that it has reviewed several video footages on an alleged assault on a police officer by Honorable Afenyo-Markin during the just-ended demonstration. Following the review, the service has written to the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament requesting the release of Honorable Afenyo-Markin to assist ongoing investigation into the alleged incident. The officer in question will also be assisting the investigation. And that's the statement from the police. Well, Mr. Afenyo-Markin has also petitioned the Inspector General of Police to thoroughly investigate the matter. And his statement reads, "I hereby formally petition your office to investigate and take appropriate disciplinary action against Constable Forcing, a tall, fair and heavily built officer who was stationed at the entrance of Parliament House to provide security during yesterday's Save the Judiciary demonstration." It says Constable Forson assaulted me at the entrance of Parliament House during the demonstration to address this incident and to correct misleading narratives circulating in the public domain. I have issued a public statement detailing the events as they occurred. I rely on the said statement, which is hereby attached for your information and further action, counting on your usual cooperation. And that's the statement from Afenyo-Markin minority leader to the Inspector General of Police. Well, we'll be getting more of this in other stories.